Hi, it's Julie again. We're going to do some victory rolls today. We're going to see how long this goes on. I might have to do this in a couple of parts because my children are just being little heathens today, but you know, that's 2 and 4, I guess. So why don't we get started? You're going to need a couple of things. Obviously a brush. You can use a soft bristle brush because we're going to do some smoothing. But this will work as well as long as you have a light hand. We're going to need a rat tail comb. You can use a regular comb if you want, but I find that this is really, really helpful. A couple of hair clips. You can use like the butterfly style clips if you want to. I mean, whatever, because we're going to section our hair off. Obviously, you're going to need some bobby pins, just some standard bobby pins. How many? It just depends. Sometimes I use 3 or 4. Sometimes I use a dozen and a half. It depends, you know, how thick your hair is, how, you know, it depends on how much how much practice you've had, what your hair's doing that particular day. You need some volumizing spray. And you don't really need it, I guess, but I always find it helps because it helps give you that poof. That just goes on your roots. A lot of hairspray. You're gonna lose your mind over how much hairspray I use. And then I always put in like frizz-ease, you know, an anti-frizz and a like a smoothing cream or lotion, because it helps protect your hair because you're going to do some heat, obviously. Oh, muy importante, very important. Doesn't matter how big the barrel is, just so long as it's small enough that you get some good curl in your hair. That help, you know, so that's why you need the protector. Plus, we're going to do a lot of teasing. So we're just going to brush through it really quick. I'm going to do some asymmetrical rolls. This technique will work for any kind of roll that you want. If you're going to do, you know, straight down the center, on the other side, however. You can also use this technique if you do the faux bangs. You just do your part back, you know, further back. I'm not doing faux bangs today. So what you're going to do then is you're just going to section off. It's a little easier for me sometimes because I know how much black I want in my rolls. But you're going to take it to just behind your ear. And you take this section back here, brush it back, and you're going to set, and that's where you're going to clip it. It's not going to stay that way. Obviously, it's just there to stay out of your way. And of course, the clip doesn't want to work today. Okay. So that section is done. My 2-year-old thinks he's going to help. So if you hear some incessant babbling or whatever. And there you go. Okay, let me go tend to my 2-year-old because he's like right in here getting into everything, and I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. We had to find something else for him to watch. Yeah, so now he's, for the moment, content watching Dinosaur Train. I know, shock. Okay, so now what we're going to do is brush through it, make sure my hair's really dry right now because I did this tutorial before, and the second half of it, which is like the most important part of it, did not come out. So I'm doing it again. So you're going to just start taking some sections. They don't have to be incredibly big. They don't have to be really small. And you're just going to start curling. And you're not going to drop your iron because that would be bad. Nice hot curling iron. You don't have to let it sit because for too long anyway. And you want a lot of heat. don't have to brush through them. I make them neat. I have found, most people have found when they do these types of styles that require pinning or curling beforehand, it doesn't really matter in what direction you curl. Because once it's curled, you can pretty much make the curls do what you want them to do. We'll just add that to something else. And there's one side. You're gonna obviously do both sides. I still have a little bit of curl from the first time I did this a couple days ago, but that curl is really going to help form the rolls later after you get done teasing and whatnot. A very squeaky, very noisy curling iron. And there you go. So you are going to leave it on because you're going to curl the back later when you're done with this. So your little, okay, so then I'm going to take your volumizing spray. Just spray around the roots. And we're going to take this and all of that work, I'm going to brush it out. Let the curls cool first, obviously, or else you will really brush the curl out. But see, this is just enough. You don't want it all curly here. You want your ends to flip. Okay, so I'm going to do one section of teasing, and then I'm going to turn the camera off because it's kind of time consuming and you don't want to sit and watch that. I will come back when my hair is all teased and up to here, and I'm going to do the one section. I'm just going to start here. You're going to spray it a little bit with some hairspray. Okay, here's the important thing. You're not going to tease it all the way out. You're going to leave about yay much curl, about yay much at the ends. So you're going to tease about like yay. And just start at the base and just start backcombing. And that is a lot of backcombing. It's not like the 80s style where you just teased it enough to get some lift. You want some serious standing up on your own. And that is his opinion. And there, that's what you want it to do when you're done teasing it. So I'm going to go finish the rest of my hair, and I'm going to go get my kid to be quiet a little bit, and I will be back. Hi, backcombing done. I told you, some serious backcombing. See, poofy. Okay, so this is your base. That's what's going to give you your lift. Obviously, I cannot get him to be quiet. Okay, so you're going to take your comb We're going to start with this side. Yeah, we'll start with this side. See, you have your little curly Q. That's all that's left of all that curl, but it's really super important. So you're going to take your comb and you're going to very lightly, this front where it's really, really seen, just kind of smooth it. Again, don't listen to him. He doesn't know. Just going to smooth it so that it, there we go, very lightly. Okay, and then you're going to take it. See, it's already starting to curl in on itself because of those great curls that we did with the curling iron earlier. And we're just going to start forming. You're going to tuck the ends inside the swirl. Once you get it formed, you're going to take a bobby pin and you're going to pin the inside. Then you can start playing with it and getting it to sit how you want. And here's your first one. You're going to take some hairspray. You're going to take your rat tail comb again and you're going to start smoothing it up. Very light touches. Start pulling it forward a little bit, and you can also use the back. That actually makes a really good smoothing tool. You can use more hairspray to keep it in place. Use the back of that comb to get everything to lay where you want it to. Put those pins in there, see? With a lot of practice, I used 2, and it seems pretty secure right now. Maybe one more might do. But you want them hidden inside the roll. You don't want them to be seen. So there you go. There's one roll. It's that fast, that simple. And you just keep smoothing it. Okay, and you want it up against that part because you want the rolls to touch here. You don't actually want that part to be seen a whole lot. So then you're going to take your brush and you're going to brush out the curl here. And once again, start smoothing it up. Very simple, very easy. It just takes practice. Once again, tuck your ends inside until you get your roll in place. Secure it. All of that back combing underneath is going to help secure these pins also and hold those in place. So you've got it basically set now. You just finish forming it and securing it with pins in place. And probably one more. And then, of course, spray, rat tail comb, start smoothing it up. Hairspray and patience are your best friends today. Then, when you get them just how you want them, I know, ready? Shock. More hairspray. So then, your back, you can do pretty much whatever you want. You could French twist it if you wanted. If you have longer hair, put it in a ponytail. One thing you do need to do, though, is curl it. Like if you have a ponytail, you can have them spiral in on themselves. They're very cute that way. But I'm going to let my hair down because it's shorter. That's his opinion. Don't listen to him. He's a guy. So I'm just going to run it quick through. And as I said, it doesn't have to be anything super fancy, anything super precise, because we're just going to end up brushing them anyway. But you do want to get them all over. You can also, a really neat technique if you're going to do this, do pin curls the night before on wet hair. You just, like after your shower, put in some super hold like hair gel and do some pin curls. And you don't have to do all this with the curling iron. You already have all that fabulous curl. And, I can always do a tutorial on how to do pin curls later, but obviously I'm not going to do that today. I'll do that one night when the boys are all asleep again. And there. And so then you turn that off. And then you just brush through. You can flip it. You can do a flip. You can do a bob, an inverted bob like this. You can do even tighter curls and, if your hair is long enough, you could loosely pin it in the back and then put a snood on it, which is those net baskets that they wore in the 40s. That's always really cute. Do a little bit of back combing, give you some poof. You put so much effort into this, you don't want the rest of it to just kind of fall flat. So, and there you go. A nice, fix that just came out because it was too short. And you'll do that. You'll end up pinning little strays. If your hair is uneven. And there you go. You've got a nice retro 1940s victory roll rockabilly hairdo. And I hope you enjoyed it. I hope this works for you. I can't wait to see photos and videos of your own attempts. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. All right, we'll talk to you later. Bye.